Hola mis amigos. Little mate salute from Mexico. Having a good time down here. It's beautiful. Contact with powerful nature is something that fills the soul. So hope you guys are doing well. Merry Christmas. Thanks for all your thoughts. Insight that I had this week, being in a different place for Christmas always teaches you something. And when Regan and I got here, I sent you a picture of a nativity scene that's right near one of the hotels we're staying in, or that we've stayed in. And we get to our first hotel and we see the nativity scene and there's no baby Jesus. We're like, okay, well, that's interesting. And then we go to this big, huge plaza downtown, and there's this big, drawn-out nativity scene, the one I sent you the picture of. No baby Jesus. This is on December the 23rd. Everything's lit up just like normal, lights everywhere, things are happening, and we're like, interesting. So December the 24th comes, Christmas Eve, and we go to the same plaza, and there's still no baby Jesus. And everything's actually dark. On the 23rd, there were lights, there was partying going on, there was music, and on the 24th, it was totally dark. The only thing open was the church, and so we went to the Catholic Mass. And part of the Catholic Mass was they also had a nativity there, but no baby Jesus. And at the end of the Mass, what they did was they bring in the Savior, obviously symbolizing his birth. And then as time goes on, we go back to our hotel late on the 24th, and finally the Savior's there in the nativity. And then the next day, on the 25th, we go back to that big, huge plaza, and of course the Savior's there. And so what they do is they wait until as close as possible to midnight to actually place baby Jesus at the center of the nativity, to remind us all that nothing works without him. And I like the way that teaches and reminds us of how central Jesus Christ is to everything. And just an insight to kind of connect with that. Jared Halverson, the Unshaken podcast guy, he talks about how in our spiritual journey, there's a creation, there's a fall, and there's an atonement component to that, just like the three pillars of eternity. And you think about the creation of faith, the creation of a career, the creation of marriage and family life and parenthood, and it does have this kind of exciting anticipation to it as you're creating it, just like the anticipation of Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and gifts and the Savior and all of these things. But then there's this moment in all of these things in life where there's a fall, there's a disenchantment, there's a complexity, there's a challenge. And then there's another type of anticipation, like, am I going to get through this? Am I going to make it? Does this really work? And of course, once we bring in the Savior, purpose comes back, knowledge is given, strength is offered, all through the teachings and the atonement of Jesus Christ. Nothing works without him. And so that's just kind of what I've been thinking about today, like all of the different ways that the teachings and the atonement of Jesus Christ, in every context of life, they give us strength, they give us power, they give us understanding and perspective. So I'm grateful for the Christmas season. I'm grateful for the many different ways the gospel blesses us and gives us perspective in the complexities, in the challenge, and in the joy of life. Everything centers on Christ. So that's what I have deepened my faith in and felt more committed to this Christmas season. I'm grateful for Jesus Christ and his power. I love you boys. Have a great day.